Imagine a world gripped by fear, where a seemingly harmless childhood disease could lead to paralysis and death. One of the most haunting images of the polio epidemic was that of children confined to iron lungs. These bulky machines, which resembled cylinders with a transparent front, were essential for patients with respiratory paralysis. Have you ever heard of someone getting polio? Chances are, not really. Thanks to incredible scientific advancements, polio is a much rarer threat today. But understanding its dark past helps us appreciate this medical triumph. Imagine a disease that has plagued humanity for centuries, leaving its mark on ancient civilizations. Polio is one such disease, with evidence of its existence dating back thousands of years. The history of polio stretches far beyond the 20th century pandemic. Ancient civilizations, such as the Egyptians, encountered this mysterious and debilitating disease. Carvings and other historical artifacts provide clues to its enduring presence throughout human history. While the exact origins of polio remain shrouded in the mists of time, the early descriptions of the disease offer valuable insights. Ancient Egyptian carvings, for example, depict individuals with withered limbs, suggesting a possible connection to polio. These early accounts provide a glimpse into the disease's impact on ancient societies. In the 18th century, physicians began to document cases of polio in more detail. Michael Underwood, a British physician, observed the characteristic paralysis and muscle weakness associated with the disease, particularly in children. These early descriptions helped to establish a clearer understanding of polio's symptoms and effects. The identification of the poliovirus in the 19th century marked a significant milestone in the study of the disease. Karl Landsteiner's groundbreaking research provided the scientific foundation for future investigations and ultimately led to the development of vaccines. Imagine a world gripped by fear, where a seemingly harmless childhood disease could lead to paralysis and death. This was the terrifying reality faced by millions during the polio epidemic of the 20th century. The polio pandemic of the 20th century was a global health crisis that left a lasting mark on society. The disease, particularly virulent in children, spread rapidly across the world, causing widespread fear and panic. Polio's ability to attack the nervous system led to a range of devastating consequences. Paralysis, muscle weakness, and even death were common outcomes of the disease. The fear of polio was palpable, as parents faced the terrifying prospect of losing their children to this mysterious and often fatal illness. One of the most haunting images of the polio epidemic was that of children confined to iron lungs. These bulky machines, which resembled cylinders with a transparent front, were essential for patients with respiratory paralysis. The sight of children trapped within these life support devices became a chilling symbol of the disease's devastating impact. The polio pandemic had a profound psychological and emotional toll on families and communities. The fear and uncertainty surrounding the disease created a climate of anxiety and despair. Parents faced the agonizing prospect of watching their children suffer from a potentially fatal illness, while healthcare workers grappled with the challenges of treating and preventing the disease. Imagine living in a world where a seemingly harmless childhood disease could lead to paralysis or even death. This was the terrifying reality faced by millions during the polio epidemic of the 20th century. The poliovirus, a highly contagious pathogen, spread rapidly across the globe, causing widespread fear and devastation. Children were particularly vulnerable to the disease, which could attack the nervous system and lead to paralysis. The need for a vaccine to combat this deadly threat was urgent. The race to develop a polio vaccine was a monumental scientific achievement. Two prominent figures, Jonas Salk and Sabin, played pivotal roles in this groundbreaking endeavor. Salk, a renowned virologist, developed an injectable vaccine in the 1950s. His vaccine was a breakthrough, leading to a significant reduction in polio cases. However, the injectable nature of Salk's vaccine posed challenges in certain regions, particularly those with limited healthcare infrastructure. Sabin, another brilliant scientist, followed up with a groundbreaking oral polio vaccine. This sugar cube vaccine was easier to administer and proved highly effective in providing immunity. The development of the oral polio vaccine was a major milestone in the fight against the disease, as it allowed for more widespread vaccination, especially in developing countries. The contributions of Salk and Sabin, along with the tireless efforts of countless scientists, healthcare workers, and public health officials, were instrumental in the global effort to eradicate polio. Their work stands as a testament to the power of science and the importance of public health initiatives. Imagine a world where a once dreaded disease is on the brink of extinction. This was the ambitious goal of the global polio eradication initiative. Despite the development of effective vaccines, polio remained a significant global health threat. To address this, the World Health Assembly launched the Global Polio Eradication Initiative in 1988. This ambitious program aimed to eliminate polio worldwide. The Global Polio Eradication Initiative faced numerous challenges in its quest to eradicate polio. Reaching remote and underserved populations was a significant obstacle, as many areas lacked adequate healthcare infrastructure. Overcoming cultural barriers and addressing vaccine hesitancy were also crucial tasks. Additionally, maintaining high vaccination rates in the face of logistical challenges and changing political landscapes was a constant struggle. The initiative required a coordinated global effort, involving governments, healthcare organizations, and countless volunteers. Despite these challenges, the Global Polio Eradication Initiative made remarkable progress, significantly reducing polio cases worldwide. Despite decades of progress, the fight against polio remains ongoing. While the disease has been eradicated in most parts of the world, it persists in a few pockets. The Global Polio Eradication Initiative has made significant strides in reducing polio cases, but the virus has not been completely eliminated. A handful of countries, primarily in South Asia and Africa, continue to report cases of wild polio virus. The persistence of polio in these regions poses a global threat. The virus is highly contagious and can easily spread through human contact. Outbreaks in one country can quickly lead to outbreaks in others, highlighting the interconnectedness of global health. The eradication of polio requires a sustained and coordinated effort from the international community. Continued vaccination campaigns, surveillance activities, and public health measures are essential to prevent the resurgence of this once dreaded disease. Even in countries where polio has been eradicated, maintaining high vaccination rates is essential. Why is this the case? Herd immunity is a concept in public health that describes the protection of a population from infectious diseases when a high percentage of individuals are immune. This immunity can be achieved through vaccination or natural infection. Continued vaccination efforts are crucial to maintaining herd immunity against polio. Even in countries where the disease has been eradicated, there is always a risk of reintroduction. By ensuring a high percentage of the population is vaccinated, we create a barrier that makes it difficult for the polio virus to spread. Herd immunity protects not only individuals who are vaccinated but also those who cannot be vaccinated due to medical reasons. It helps to safeguard vulnerable populations and prevent the resurgence of polio, ensuring a healthier and safer future for all. The eradication of polio is a remarkable achievement, but its impact extends far beyond the elimination of a single disease. The battle against polio has been a catalyst for significant advancements in various fields. The development of vaccines, particularly the polio vaccines, has revolutionized public health and saved countless lives. The legacy of polio encompasses more than just the eradication of the disease itself. The research and development efforts undertaken to combat polio have led to breakthroughs in viral research and vaccine development. These advancements have had a profound impact on our understanding of infectious diseases and our ability to prevent and control them. Furthermore, the global collaboration and cooperation demonstrated in the fight against polio have set a precedent for addressing other public health challenges. The lessons learned from the Polio Eradication Initiative continue to inform our approach to global health initiatives today. Polio may not be completely gone, but, thanks to science and global cooperation, it's on the verge of being defeated. As we celebrate this progress, let's also remember the tireless efforts of scientists, healthcare workers, and communities that made it possible. Do you have a story about polio? Share it in the comments below. And don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell for more information about polio. Thanks for tuning in, and until next time, Remember, knowledge is power in the fight against polio.